I don't think human love is unconditional. And before you disagree with me, please hear me out. Because maybe we've been asking the wrong questions all along. Maybe the real question isn't whether human love is conditional or unconditional. Maybe the real question is, what conditions are we building our relationships on? This is in My Headspace podcast. Hey my loves, welcome to another episode of In My Headspace podcast where we talk about real matters, relatable content on life, pressure and everything in between, even the things we don't normally talk about. And today we're talking about something that has been sitting in my head for a while. The human love. Is it really conditional? Or do we just like the idea of unconditional love? Because the more I think about it, the more I realize that every human relationship comes with some form of conditions attached to it. And no, this is not me saying that that's a bad thing. I'm not saying people are evil. I'm not saying that genuine love doesn't exist. I'm simply saying that human beings naturally have requirements, expectations, values, boundaries, and needs. And all of those things influence who we choose to love, who we choose to stay with, and who we choose to build our lives around. So in this context, I will define conditional and unconditional love. I've used Google to search for it, so I'm going to read it out now. Conditional love can be defined as just that love with conditions. This means that your love for another person or another person's love for you is tied to certain actions or things going on. Common phrase used in conditional love can be, I will date you if you take me to prom. I will love you if you buy me this ring. Unconditional love, on the other hand, is a love without conditions. This is the kind of love that no matter what someone does, the other person would always love them. Let's think about it for a second. No one walks into a room and says, I don't care who this person is, or what they believe, or how they treat me, or what kind of character they have, I will love them regardless. That's not how human love works. That's not how human relationship works. We're all looking for something. So the real question is, what exactly are we looking for? Are those things strong enough to survive life's reality? Because that's where I think the conversation becomes interesting. Not whether love has conditions or whether they do not have conditions. But are those conditions strong enough to last? For example, some people are attracted to wealth, and honestly, I'm not saying being attracted to wealth is a bad thing. Financial stability is very important. Money matters. Financial responsibility matters a lot in a relationship. Wanting a partner who can contribute to a stable future is completely important and understandable. But if money is the only reason or the only condition attached to your love requirement, what happens if life happens? What happens if business fails? What happens if circumstances changes? What happens if the person goes through a difficult season financially? Can that relationship survive? Or was the relationship built entirely on something that could disappear? The same thing applies to physical appearance and beauty. And again, there's nothing wrong with physical attraction. It's extremely important. But if someone's appearance is the only reason you choose them, what happens when time does what time always does? People change, bodies change, people age, life might happen, childbirth and all of that. Can the relationship survive those changes? Or was it built on something temporal? That is why I don't like calling these things good or bad conditions. I think a better way to describe them is strong conditions and weak conditions. Some conditions are fragile. Some conditions are built on things that can change overnight, while some conditions can be built on things that grow stronger over time. I'm talking character, integrity, kindness, the fear of God, the love of God, respect, shared values and alignment, faith, emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. These are the things that tend to become even more valuable as life gets harder. Because eventually, every relationship gets tested, every single one of them. And when life starts testing, what attracted you to that person? That's when you find out what your relationship was really built on. Which brings me to why I personally believe that the only truly unconditional love is God's love. God's love does not wait for us to become perfect. God doesn't say, come back when you've fixed everything. He doesn't say, come back when you've stopped making mistakes. He doesn't say, come back when you are worthy. God meets people in their brokenness, in their confusion, in their flaws, in their failures, in their dark moments, and somehow still chooses to love us. That's a level of love that I genuinely don't think human beings are capable of sustaining perfectly. Because human beings have limits. Human beings have boundaries. Human beings get hurt. Human beings get tired. Human beings walk away. And honestly, sometimes they should. Because love doesn't mean tolerating everything. Love doesn't mean accepting abuse. Love doesn't mean removing every boundary. And that's another reason why I struggle with the idea that human love is completely unconditional. Because healthy human relationships require boundaries. And boundaries themselves are conditions. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, hurts you, maybe manipulates you, destroys your peace, most people eventually create distance. Not because they never loved that person, but because human love operates differently from divine love, that unconditional love God has for us. And that's okay, and that's normal, and that's human. So maybe the goal isn't to find someone who loves you unconditionally. Maybe the goal is to find someone whose conditions are rooted in the things that actually matter. People who value character, integrity, kindness. People that are teachable. People who value growth. People who value honesty, loyalty. People who value commitment, People who value becoming better every day. People who value the love of Christ and knowing God and becoming a better version in Him every single day. Because those are the kind of conditions that can survive life's storm. So no, I don't think that human love is unconditional. But I do think that love can be deep. Love can be very beautiful. It can be loyal. It can be sacrificial. It can be beautiful. And when it's built on the right foundation, it can survive far more than people expect. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think human love is unconditional? Or do you think every relationship comes with conditions attached to it? Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you so much for spending a little time with me in my headspace. A lot of things go on in this headspace of mine, and I get to share it with you, and I'm so grateful about that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, engage, share, and turn on your notification button. I'll see you in my next post.